We're mobile.
Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio.
KTDD Riverside, San Bernardino. Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
Los Angeles Lakers.
This is Xavier Henry from the LA Lakers. You're listening to IU Sports Nation.
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside. It is IU Sports
You
Net.
forgot the name of the show?
No. I'm over here trying to get these headphones right, but it is IU Sports Net, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. This is your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here. And we made it. We made it, Eternal.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. We were just in there talking off air with some of the coaches, and they're like, "Hey, man, we heard you guys had a game last week." And I said, "Well, you mean games?"
Right.
In plural.
Yes.
Wow, what a weekend, Coach.
And we can't say that actual name. So that weekend was our big game. You can't say the actual name on radio, but that weekend was our big game. And people who are in the sports knows what that means.
We understand.
The game that's coming up next Saturday or next Sunday, they call on radio. You have to call it the big game. You can't say the name.
It's actually tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. I'm sorry. You have to say the big game.
Well, we can say
that's our big game.
I think we can say it because we're gonna host it. The game's gonna be on this station.
Yeah, but it's with the NFL. You can't say the name.
All right.
Yeah, you can't say. I don't. I mean, if you want,
okay.
Rob
all right. Yeah. You're right.
Elston sending you a fine. Go ahead.
No. We don't want it. But again, as you were mentioning, Coach B, our big games was last weekend. We started the weekend off Saturday with the Riverside Sheriff's Association, the Riverside County All-Star Game. Really went well. That took place at Northern Vista High School, Coach B.
In your hometown, where were you born and raised?
Right there in the side.
It wasn't Ramona, so were you okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, but yeah. So, but we still ran at a great high school, Northern Vista. Big shout out to the Northern Vista athletic director. Who's the gentleman's name?
Mr. Maines. He was a great guy, and then Northern Vista's coach was there as well.
Yeah, helping out.
So we want to thank him, and then we can't forget we had the IE enforcers came out.
Yes,
as well as the LAPD Centurions.
And they came out, did an exhibition scrimmage out there, and again, it was really received well. Actually, our supporter, the Riverside Sheriff's Association, they're excited about it.
Yes.
Just because, again, it was more law enforcement that was out there.
Right.
Really good to see those guys excited about that. But again, our games really went off well. Got to thank our coaches that were involved with it. They just did a fantastic job. Coach Esposito from Paloma Valley.
It was his vision to get that game off. And he won the game. The funny thing is because Coach Espo with Paloma Valley, they won the State of California Adidas 7-on-7 tournament. Mm-hmm. So we had him in the summertime.
Right.
And we were just talking off air.
Right.
And he said, Riverside needs a county-only game. I was like, oh, we did something like that in San Bernardino. He's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So the one thing like we say, we don't do things without the support and guidance of the coaches.
Exactly. And that's one thing we are really, we hang our hat on is we always have the support of the coaches before we move forward. And I think it shows in terms of the product that's on the field. But again, big shout out to, and then we had also Coach, help me out with Valley View's coach.
Bartlett.
I was about to call him DeBarge.
No, it's not L.
Oh man, but again, Coach Bartlett, really good job. Again, all these coaches, man, they went out there, they took time during, in a week where they could have been spending with their families. Went out there, did 4 practices during the week. Had to drive, some of them, Coach Bartlett in particular, had to drive a decent way. Again, big shout out to Hillcrest and Lakeside High School that helped us out in terms of our practice field.
And one of the kids from Coach Esposito's team was from Coachella Valley. He was from Indio.
Yeah.
So
kids were just making it out. Excuse me.
And he came to practice 5 days.
Oh yeah, made it. And it shows on the field. You had a good product. We're excited. The game came down to the wire. Went down to the field goal kicker. A big gust of wind kicked. And so that the team ended up winning by 2 big heroic field goals. And really good game, man. So we're excited about that. That was on Saturday. And then Coach B, if that wasn't enough, the next day was our huge undertaking, Coach B. We had to get right back at it. No rest. I mean, I don't
No days off.
Yeah, no days off. Well, my man said, I ain't tired.
Yeah, right.
But the next day was our 215 game, that was the small schools, and that was led by coaches Van Pertz over at Upland Christian Academy. And then we had on the other side Coach McMains over at Carnegie, which is Riverside Christian High School. And wow, that game by itself, we could have just did that by itself and walked away. That game was packed on both sides.
And the thing that was amazing, when you talk about that game, so it was 13-19. 2 seconds left. Wow, man. 2 seconds to go.
Let's say this real quick. What we were doing was we were giving out player awards to the winning team.
No, you were.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying
I said, wait. I said, there's still time on the clock.
Right, well, so what we were doing was we were getting player awards. So whoever the team that won they would be the ones who got the offensive player and the defensive player of the game. And it was so crazy because there's seconds left. We had to go to the coach. So we went to the coach. We're on the sidelines. They're excited. They're like, hey, all right, here's our player of the game. It's this guy. I couldn't even turn around, and all of a sudden, the San Bernardino team throws a 77-yard
77-yard touchdown. So he connected about 20-yard pass.
Yeah, 20-yard pass.
And the rest was all that kid.
Yeah, and they said the kid he just started playing football. Like he's
from the Netherlands.
He's from the Netherlands. I mean, and it was great because when he went into the end zone, the San Bernardino County the other San Bernardino County team was getting prepared. And you can see they were all excited. It was just, it was a really
and it was good because we were right there on the sideline. So,
it was crazy.
So with 2 seconds to go in the game, the score is 13-19. When they connect on that pass with 2 seconds to go, 77-yard touchdown pass, they win the game 20-19. It's funny. I was standing there with Coach VP because we were on the San Bernardino side.
Right.
You weren't welcome on that side. So I was on the San Bernardino side, and Coach VP said it. He yelled at his other coach and said, "I told you we were going to win 2019. I told you. I
That's
told
crazy.
you." So yeah,
That's crazy.
exactly, and that's what they won.
Yeah.
And then, like we like to call it, I'm a Pac-12 guy. I grew up a Pac-10 guy. It's Pac-12. Like I always say, the granddaddy of them all.
Yes.
Was the final event of the evening. This is the largest event of our year
Guaranteed.
by far.
Guaranteed.
The pride of San Bernardino County, the Inland Valley. This year we changed the name. It's no longer the Inland Valley Football Classic. It is now the Inland Valley Hall of Fame Classic. Because at halftime we didn't really talk about it because we didn't want really people know.
Yeah.
But at halftime we were honored to have probably the greatest high school coach I'll say it. The greatest high school coach in San Bernardino, football coach in San Bernardino County history, the legendary Richard Dick Bruick.
Yes, sir. What a great job. Just really, we were so excited to have him out. I think it was well overdue. As Coach Bruick was talking to Coach B about, he's actually been honored by the CIF.
Right. And I told him, when he finally got in, I said, what took so long?
Yeah. Right. But he was just saying he was so excited because he was honored in his hometown. And I think that's what he was really geeked up about. And then, if that wasn't enough, we were also able to honor one of the great players.
Yes. Because he went to USC and won a national championship for USC. It has nothing to do with his – I want people to know that. It has nothing to do with his selection.
Yeah, and he was so excited. Again, long overdue. There's the music right there.
Had he gone to UCLA, he wouldn't have got in. But that's not important.
Some would call this gentleman one of the greatest athletes to ever come out of San Bernardino County. We're talking about none other than Shelton Diggs.
Yes, sir.
And, big up to the Diggs family. Very supportive.
30 people. 30 people.
30 plus.
When we told him they can bring people in, we didn't expect.
We didn't know he was going to do 30.
That many. I was like, hey, we got the cutoff at 5.
Right. But 30 came, and they were really excited. Well received, Coach B.
Absolutely.
He was so excited, very enthusiastic about the honor. And then also we were able to do something that you were really enthusiastic about, Coach B. We were able to honor a journalist.
Yes. And that's the thing about it. When I look back, because the funny thing is, speaking of my week, I was at Downey High School because they had the Mentors Day. And this is how I know I'm getting old, because the athletic director at Downey High School, I went to high school with.
Right.
So he graduated a year ahead of me. So he reached out to me. He heard about us doing the radio show. He reached out to me. So I went down there for the Downey High School Mentoring Day. And it just takes me back. I remember when I was in high school, I wrote for 4 newspapers.
Right.
Or I should say contributed for 4
Right.
newspapers, the Press Telegram, the Downey Herald. It was the Downey Herald, it was the Downey Eagle, and my school newspaper.
Yeah.
I was the sports editor and I was the entertainment editor.
Yeah.
And I just, at that time, you didn't have the blogs. You didn't have,
Right.
So the pinnacle was to get to like the LA Times.
Oh, yeah.
This is before the phenomenon of the ESPN.
Certainly.
You know, because when I was telling one of the kids in the mornings, they had Denise Austin workout shows.
The workout shows
Yeah.
that we were kind of excited about for alternative reasons.
Yeah. Or remember the National.
Yeah.
Remember that newspaper
Yes.
was a sports only
Yeah,
paper,
yeah,
the
yeah.
National. So those were the things that we wanted to do, and just to see that excitement, and it takes me back because Louis Brewster, who wrote for the Daily Bulletin, he's been covering sports for 40 years.
Yeah. Almost
Basically,
longer than we've been on.
Yeah, since I've been alive.
Yeah.
This guy's been covering news prep and journalism.
Yeah.
And what we want to do when we do the Hall of Fame, it's more than just the athletes.
Right.
We want to, who else would, that is, history out here. And the funny thing is, when we were on the sidelines, a caveat is Shelton Diggs, his last high school game, Coach Brewitt coached in.
Yeah.
And then Louis Brewster said, hey, I remember, we grew up in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
He was like, Shelton Diggs was larger than life.
Yeah.
So to
And
see them do that.
It was just great that all 3 of them had a connection.
Exactly.
Which was just crazy. We didn't know that, obviously.
Yes.
We didn't know that going into it.
Yes.
But just to see them on the sidelines and they all were sharing stories and
Yeah.
to see
then
them all connected like that
and
was
a good
great.
thing, too, was, what's his name? Our girl, Russell Ingold.
Yes.
He wrote the story. I forgot it at home. I got to get it for you. But in his story, when he wrote the recap, he talked about how Louis Brewster started at the Fontana Herald.
Wow.
That's where he started his career.
Wow.
So
wow.
everything's full. Everyone's connected.
Full circle
Yeah,
connected,
yeah.
man.
So,
and then, like I said, and then in terms of the game was just really, really good. I mean, we got to give a shout out to that quarterback over at
Yakaipa? Martinez. Number 3.
Number 3.
You mean the offensive MVP?
Yeah, the MVP. Wow, that kid was a gamer. He was.
Yes.
When he came in here, we saw him. We were like, "Hey, man, you kind of like Doug Flutie." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he went out.
Can ball.
That boy can ball. He
can
was
ball.
a gamer.
I love Yakaipa helmets.
Oh, yeah.
They remind me of the Navy helmets.
Yeah.
The two-tone.
Yeah.
I really like their helmets.
I mean, you kept talking about that.
Yeah. Their helmets are nice, and then it's probably the best helmets we saw all weekend.
Ontario Christian.
They had the Oregon metallics.
Yes.
So and they were gold. So, but we're gonna get in this show. I know this fine gentleman saying, "Hey, I got a game."
Right.
He's looking at his watch.
Right, I gotta go.
Hey,
real quick, I gotta give a shout out to our guy. He's always tuned in. Our guy Danny B. What's up, Danny B?
Oh, good deal.
Yeah.
He's checking in.
Yeah, he's checking in. So
And you know what? Speaking of support, not to cut. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, please.
Speaking of support, we cannot forget Brandy Arrington.
Man.
I got to say what's up to my baby mama in this
Right.
match. We couldn't have done it without.
Yeah, a big shout out to our guy Punch too that came out there, held it down. I mean, if you guys don't know him, he was the guy that was pushing you out the way. And you guys,
yes. You got that ticket?
You got that ticket?
What you got on my ticket? So we want to thank everybody. And Danny B, hopefully, I don't know if we can announce that, but hopefully Danny B will be joining the 1350 family as well.
Hey, Danny B, we are working on that, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just to let you know.
Yes. So let's go ahead. And like I said, we have tonight we have a great show. Or this morning we have Etiwanda.
I was like, I know it's a little dark, but it's not.
We so off because we did so much. Etiwanda
Yeah,
baseball is in the house.
Yes.
Ontario girls basketball is in as well.
Yes.
So we're going to take this commercial break. Like I said, Coach said I got a game today.
Right.
So you need to get me in first.
Right.
So let's go ahead and make this happen. So you ready to take a commercial break?
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and do this. So you are listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
Love that BBD, man. That movie was fire.
Oh, it was, too.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605. 402-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait. A family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Hello, my name is Officer Richard Guerrero, Vice President of the Fontana Police Officers Association. We're more than just a labor organization. The Fontana Police Officers Association is serious about giving back to our community, particularly to our kids. We found that kids who study, do well in school, volunteer regularly, and participate in sports are less likely to become involved in criminal activity and illicit drug usage. Each year we provide thousands of dollars in scholarships to local kids, community causes, and we are proud sponsors of the Inland Valley All-Star Classic Series. The Fontana POA and strong community leadership will make way for safer and more prosperous community.
What's up? This is Nick Young of the LA Lakers. You rocking IE Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts here. You know, I'm pretty excited, Eternal.
Yes, sir.
We're joined in studio by Etiwanda High School head baseball coach, Don Furnald, or as we like to say in our house, my daughter's PE teacher, on Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B and Eternal. It's funny, when I told my daughter that you were going to be on, and she was like, oh, that's my teacher. So she was a little excited about that.
That's dope. Now, Coach, assist me with the pronunciation of your last name that way, because I don't want you having me running laps or nothing like that, man.
Furnald.
Furnald. Okay, fantastic, because Coach B, he'll dog a name.
I mispronounced my last name. I call myself Arlington. There's no L in my name.
Now, we have one of our players here. If you can challenge him and get his last name right, Vinny's last name, well, then that's going to be something special.
Oh, okay.
Good luck with that one.
We'll work.
Well, just to do it right, because I know their parents are listening. I'm allergic to butt kickings. We'll let you do the honors, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
I see that.
The players that we have here today, we have our pitcher, Vinny McHannum.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it wrong. And we have Brad Massaro.
Okay.
And Chris Jimenez.
Yes.
All seniors for us this year. Chris is a veteran. He was here last year. He's been our 4-year catcher for us. And Vinny and Brad, it's their first time here today.
Question.
Yep.
Are they Dodger Blue fans? Let's raise them right, Coach.
We only have one here that's a Dodger fan.
Oh, wow.
We have an Angel fan.
Oh, my goodness.
And then a Yankee fan.
Oh, Yankees.
Where do you? Oh, my goodness. Turn the TV off.
I apologize about that.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned him toward the end, so it wouldn't hurt so bad.
Right.
Coach, again, the season hasn't kicked off yet, but you participated in a couple of tournaments. Had to push the interview back.
Yeah, we had to push him back a month.
Yeah, because you're out there.
He was like, "I'm booked."
Right. And then talk to us about how your team looks like this year, because obviously you kind of got a chance to work with them a little bit. We're going to get into spring ball now.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about where you see your team right now.
Yeah, we're excited about this year's club. They a lot of returners. We lost 7 or 8 seniors from last year, but on a roster of 20 guys, we have 12 returners coming back for us.
Right.
Most of our position players are returners, and we have some new arms that are coming in, but we're really excited about this group. They're just a really good group of young men.
Yeah.
They care about each other. They're good kids. And I'm excited about the opportunity that we have this year to do some special things. So
Certainly. And then upcoming tournaments you guys have are included the Frozen Ropes Tournament, the Cougar Classic. Tell us about these tournaments and why they're important to your team.
The Frozen Ropes Classic is our first tournament. It's our preseason tournament. There's, I believe, 32 teams from Southern California in that one. It's a pretty big tournament. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's put on by South Hills and Bonita High School. They do a good job. And so last year we made the finals of that tournament.
We
lost to Bonita in the finals last year, but we hope to get back there and maybe avenge that this year.
Certainly.
And then the Cougar Classic is our spring break tournament that's put on by Rancho Cucamonga High School.
Okay.
And a lot of local teams. We play A.B. Miller in that tournament and some local teams. So it's good prep for us for our league right after that ends, we go right into our league play. So it's good prep for us.
Fantastic.
And once again, we're joined in the studio by Etiwanda High School baseball on IE Sportsnet, Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B and Eternal. And like I would always say to Mr. Harmiro, Eagle Pride.
That's right.
There you go. So, Coach, you've been very, very successful the past few seasons. Your first year out, you won the CIF in 2011.
Well, I wish we won. We made the finals.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I saw CIF against
I wish. We made it to the finals at Dodger Stadium, but
there you go.
We were runners-up, but that was a pretty good start. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you guys actually played in the stadium.
We played at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, nice.
That was kind of neat.
Nice.
That was fun.
You won baseline in 2005. Tell us about some of your players, and we can get them in as well. Just let us know about what are your thoughts this year. And the baseline is always good. What sport is the baseline not competitive in?
I don't think there's a sport. We were just talking about that. Yeah, the baseline league is such a competitive league in all the sports. In baseball, anybody can beat anybody any given day. So the competitive spirit is just high all the time. Right. So we gotta teach them, and that's why we try to play some tough preseason games to get us ready, because anybody can beat anybody. So we're just trying to compete and do the best we can. We're excited. We have Chris Jimenez is our returning catcher. He started for us for 4 years, and then Tyler Freeman, our shortstop. He's not here today, but he started for us for 4 years. And we got some other guys that are going to really contribute, but those are our leaders, and they've been here. They know what I expect and what we want to do this year. We want to do some special things.
And that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Some of the players, we brought some of them in that are going to be, and we can bring them up to the mic. Where's my Dodger fan? Yeah, let's bring come over here, man.
All right, here we go.
You can come over here, man. I'll bring you right next to me. You can stand next to me, man. Tell me,
give him a headset.
So name yourself and let you know. We'll let the Yankee fan. We'll get you in eventually. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I'm Dodger blue all the way. So give me a little thought. Because I drop my kids off every morning at Etiwanda High School. And I always see the baseball kids walking in. It's like it's like we're a unit.
Right.
It's like we're baseball. So tell me your thoughts about this season. Baseline league's going to be tough. Now, no bulletin board material. I don't want Coach getting upset, but tell us what are your thoughts going into baseline? You're a veteran, you're a senior. How many years do you play varsity, and what are you looking forward to do this year?
Well, I'm Chris Jimenez. I'm the catcher for Etiwanda High School. I think this year will be really good for us. We have a lot of returners, and our team just really bonds together as a group, and we're basically all brothers. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think just our bond as a team will help us go really far in this league, and hopefully CIF as well.
Now, Mr. Jimenez, he's a 17-year-old senior. What I like about him, he said his motto is "curls for the girls." Notice all the other players have hats on. Mr. Jimenez is hatless.
He's like, I gotta have my locks.
He's working on that Pert Plus commercial. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, hold on a second. Now, Mr. Jimenez, you said that a lot of times people were saying you're too small. How does your size either help you, or because being a catcher, obviously, you have to. You're like quarterback almost, because you got to kind of have a vision of what's going on out there. So tell us about how does your size either help you, or how do you make it work for you?
Well, basically, I just gotta be able to compete with other people and do as well as other catchers can. Even if they're bigger than me, I still try and outplay them. And
right.
I gotta not really show them up, but like overplay them and try and basically play the way that I know I can play.
Certainly.
And the funny thing, we have something in common. They told him that he was too small. They told me I just wasn't good when I played any sport that I played. So
Right. Now we have the picture up here. Have you have you seen?
But he's a pinstripe fan.
I know. We
gotta be fair.
We're gonna be fair and balanced.
Yes.
Like the other
like
the
Fox
news.
News.
The news. Now, have you seen My Cousin Vinny?
Yes, I have.
Okay, I'm about to say, because if you haven't seen that, and it's like he says his handle was "It's Vinny," so I'm like, it's important that you've seen My Cousin Vinny.
Right.
Okay, so now pitcher, that's a big thing. Now, one of the things I didn't want to play baseball is because I was a wiffle ball champ. We used to tape our thing. We used to tape that wiffle ball up with the electric tape, and I'd be out there with my little yellow bat, and I was like young Darryl Strawberry. I couldn't be seen. However, all of a sudden they say, hey, that's not real baseball. Real baseball is when they actually throwing the ball at you, and that's where we split. Because, you ain't gonna hit me with a baseball. You know what I mean? Not with the bat in my hand. I got a bat, you got a ball, So tell us how that works with pitchers when they because you got a lot of control. You can throw at a guy, you can throw a guy out. How's that command? How does that work?
Well, as a pitcher, you're just like basically in control of the game, you know. Batters have to be ready for anything, you know, because you could come at them with a fastball, changeup, curveball.
Right.
And really, you're just trying to throw them off, you know, any way you can just to get them out.
Right.
Who's your favorite pitcher?
My favorite pitcher right now would probably have to be Clayton Kershaw.
There you go. He's a Dodger.
See?
He's a
Okay,
Dodger.
Coach. There we go.
If you want to be a Yankee fan, Gooden. Look him up. Google him up.
No, he's a Met though.
Oh, he played for the Yankees too, though. Towards the end.
He's known as a Met though. I mean, you wouldn't.
What do you think? Wayne
we got Coach. Even Coach said he's a Met. Even Coach said that he's not known for that. I mean, come on. Anyway, exactly. There we go. There we go. Now tell us about the delivery, because I know that's a big thing. You know, you gotta that's where I would come in. Now my delivery would be just awesome. Now in terms of where the ball went, that's a different story. So how's your delivery? Is it something you work on?
Yeah, delivery's I think different for everyone. It's important to keep consistent delivery with your pitches, so you don't tip off pitches.
Right.
You know, you got to stay consistent, arm speed, and can't give anything away.
Right.
And where's the Angels fan?
Right. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got your name. Please tell the audience your name again, because I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
Vincent Maganum.
There we go. Maganum.
All right.
I like that.
And then the Angels fan. Do you hear that a lot?
No.
Yeah, because Los Angeles means angels. So the Angels. So I'm a Dodgers fan. I got to give you. I got to rib you, man. So
now we're talking now. Bradley, I hope I'm saying this correct. Is it Massaro?
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, here we go. Bradley Massaro. Now my man says he's a first baser. He's a first base guy. Pumps iron. He said that's his big thing. Now tell us what you're doing in the weight room. Because now nowadays the kids don't. I mean, do you come in there with the chalk? Are you doing the LeBron James with the chalk or something like that? Or what are you doing? I mean, how's it working there?
I'm a little more old school, you know.
There we go.
I stick with the basic, like bench press, pull-ups kind of deal.
Okay. How many pull-ups can you do? Like in just a one shot?
Let's say, I would say 15 and 20.
I like that.
I could probably do 0.
He would. Matter of fact, he could probably do 1. And he would pull every muscle.
Exactly. I pull my eyelash.
Yeah, exactly. He'd pull his neck muscle.
Right.
Now, first base is another challenge as well, because balls are coming at you fast. You got people sliding at you.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell us about how your connection. Tell us something about that pitcher over there, because you have to be. Somebody's trying to steal. Do you guys have signals and stuff you guys do, or how does it work?
Well, first of all, I think you got to trust your teammates most of all.
Right.
You got to know that you got your job and they got theirs. So,
right.
But of course, it always comes in, I have my job as well. So if someone's stealing or whatever, I got to let the catcher know that the runner's going.
Right.
And then it's his job to throw him out,
Right.
It's a beautiful science, man. So, what I want to do, Coach, once again, we have Etiwanda Eagles baseball in studio with us. One thing, we'll bring Coach in. It's fun. You were the first Etiwanda coach to ever come to IE Sportsnet, so we appreciate that. And we'll talk a little bit about your history. This is your 7th year head coach at Etiwanda. I'm sure that Rancho Cucamonga isn't happy about that. being a Rancho Cucamonga
no comment
guy.
on that one.
Right. But baseball kind of runs in your blood. You said your dad played minor league, and you played minor league as well. Mm-hmm. What has it been like following in your father's footsteps with this baseball thing?
Yeah, my dad played 10 years in minor league baseball for the Cubs and the Angels back in the 60s, a long time
ago.
Nice.
And so, yeah, when baseball's been in my blood, I've played it since I was been a little kid.
Right.
And once I got out of high school, I went to college, played college, and then I played a couple years of professional baseball with the Braves organization. And once I got released, they said, you're not good enough anymore to go to the big leagues.
That's what they told me in high school. You're not good enough to play high school.
So, I still wanted to be involved in the game. So I started coaching, and I love it. I love coaching. I love the relationship with the players. I love the competitiveness that you can still have even though you're not playing.
Right.
And so I just really enjoy it, and it's something that I hope to continue to do and inspire kids and help them to get to the next level and do those types of things.
And speaking of that, I want to touch on that. What is it like for you as a coach? Because you were there. It's kind of like that movie Moneyball when you see that the decisions that he made and he could wish he could go back. What is it like for you when you can help guide a kid and help them make the decisions and they go play college or they go play minor leagues? How rewarding is that for you as a coach?
Very rewarding. I mean, and honestly, you think not only do you want the kids to go play college baseball, but then you see these guys that do well in the classroom as well.
Right.
And they go out and they get these jobs. We've had ex-players become firemen.
Nice.
We have guys playing the baseball at UNLV. We have people doing things all over the place. So our main goal although we want them to be, collegiate athletes. Everyone wants to be a collegiate athlete.
Right.
As to teach them to be fine young men and be able to handle themselves the right way in the working place and all those types of things. So that's the biggest goal for me and all of our coaching staff is to get these kids going in the right direction, get them to school in whatever fashion that is, and then hopefully they have a successful career and they're good people.
And that's got to be 7 years in the game. You've got to have kids who've come back that are married with kids and whatnot.
We haven't had. Well, I'll take that back. Yes, you're right. We have.
Yeah, that's got to be crazy.
We're getting to that spot.
Yeah, you're getting there.
My son's 11 years old, and he's a couple years from coming to the high school. So now that's going to be
crazy.
Even more real for me.
Yeah. That's full circle.
Yeah.
But we obviously got a good group of kids here. These guys have been playing. All of them have said they've been playing since they were really young.
Right.
So obviously they have a love for the game. So best of luck to you guys. Please keep us up to date on your progress this season. Like I said, I hope you guys do well this season, okay?
And I just want to say one thing for you guys. You guys do a great job at Inland Empire Sports, not just baseball, everything, the basketball, the football, everything you guys do. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We see you out at the Etiwanda football games, commentating out there and doing everything. We just really appreciate all the hard work you guys put in because not a lot of people invest in high school athletics, and we really appreciate it.
Certainly, sir. Certainly,
and make sure your son's an eagle, not a cougar.
That's the plan.
That's the plan right there. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out this morning, and I know you guys got to get ready to get out of here.
Yeah, he's looking at his watch.
Yeah, he's like, hey, we got to get out of here.
Hey, I told you I got to get out of here. And, Coach is big, so.
We don't want no problems. But again, thank you guys for coming. Again, Etiwanda Eagles out here, man. Appreciate you guys.
Eagle Pride.
That's right. Thanks, guys.
So let Mr. Harmio know. I said Eagle Pride. I said it.
I'll let him know.
So you're listening to IE Sports Day, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
Thanks, guys.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our Four Seasons sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Hello, my name is Officer Richard Guerrero, Vice President of the Fontana Police Officers Association. We're more than just a labor organization. The Fontana Police Officers Association is serious about giving back to our community, particularly to our kids. We found that kids who study, do well in school, volunteer regularly, and participate in sports are less likely to become involved in criminal activity and illicit drug usage. Each year we provide thousands of dollars in scholarships to local kids, community causes, and we are proud sponsors of the Inland Valley All-Star Classic Series. The Fontana POA and strong community leadership will make way for safer and more prosperous community.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle Score Sports. That's SCORESPORTS.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we're live in the great city of Riverside, California at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops right here.
Coach B, we're joined in the studio today by Ontario, the great city of Ontario, the head basketball coach here at the high school, Coach Chris. I want to make sure I hope I'm saying this correctly, sir. Emami.
That's great. You can just say, hey, you, and I'll respond. That's fine. I've been called a lot worse.
Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate it. We're here live at the iHeartRadio studios. Coach, you guys are basketball, we're actually coming to the conclusion of the high school season, which is crazy for us because we've been like drowned with football.
Yeah, we did a lot of football.
Oh my God, year. Yeah. So Coach, maybe you can just kind of bring us up to speed on your season this year. Talk to us a little bit about what you've learned about your team.
You know, we've got a very young group this year. Our only two seniors are here with us tonight, or this morning actually, and we struggled a little bit early on, and we played a very tough schedule early on with our tournament. We played King High School from out here in Riverside, who's I think they've lost one game all year. Los Altos is top 5 in their CIF division. A couple other really good teams to prep, and you know, it's really paid off. We went 1-4 the first half of league, which is tough. Mm-hmm. Then now we're 3-0 the second half of league.
Nice.
To kick things off with a big win over Chafee on Wednesday, and Colony for the first time in 12 years.
Oh wow!
Last
Congratulations.
Night, so.
Congratulations. And then now you still have some tough games on your schedule. Actually, you guys have to take on Don Lugo, Altaloma. Kind of give us a preview on your games and kind of the expectation for your team.
Well, the last game against Don Lugo, who we play on Tuesday, was a very tight game. We went into overtime with them and lost by a few points in overtime. Mm-hmm. They're a very scrappy and physical team. They play very hard. We have to rebound the ball well because they will crash the boards, and offensively execute. They usually throw a little junk defense like a triangle and 2, box and 1 against us.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see more of that from them, and they're going to have to wait and see what we're going to be doing.
Exactly. I'm about to say, not going to tip your cap on that one, huh?
Nope.
Coach.
And once again, we're joined in studio by Ontario High School girls basketball on IE Sportsnet on Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B and Eternal. And I love it when we get the girls teams in. You know, my oldest child is a girl, so I love doing things and highlighting young ladies.
Indeed.
My wife reminds me all the time, you have a daughter.
Right.
So make sure that you get them out there as well. And one thing that we can say about you, Coach, like we said, you don't run away from competition. You know, look at your schedule. You played some really, really tough games. And in the tournaments, I love talking about the tournaments. You played in the South Almonte tournament as well as the Roosevelt tournament. You know, how did those tournaments prepare you? Because tournaments are a fast turnaround. You know, you don't get a chance to scout teams or players. So how do those prepare you just to get out there?
Actually, we do, though. It's like a 12-hour turnaround on the scouting report. But we, the South Almonte tournament is great. You get 5 games out of it, which I love.
Nice.
The competition is great. We played some good teams there. Harupa Valley was a good team that we played against there, and they've got some great players this year. At Roosevelt, it was a really tough tournament, which is great. You know, you want to play the best teams early on.
Right.
So when you get to league, when you're in a tight game, you're not shocked by it. And you know, we played King High School there, Bishop Amat over there. I mean, some really, really good teams in that tournament. And even we actually hosted a tournament as well where we put ourselves up in the upper bracket against Los Altos. Played Claremont, St. Lucy's, some other good teams. So we're not going to hide from anybody in the preseason because, especially with a young group, you want to prepare yourself to play the best teams possible. And then next year, you've got that year of experience under your belt. And, Yeah.
And that's kind of the difference with football and basketball. Football, like at least at the college level, they avoid competition. But in basketball, they get after it.
They welcome it, yeah. No doubt about it. So now, Coach, we have some very special players here that you brought with you. So we'll start with Miss Williams. And so let's have you go ahead. You can go ahead and grab the mic here, Miss Williams. Now, tell us about this. Now, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Miss Kyra Williams. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Fantastic. And 17 years old, and you said that you could touch the backboard.
Yes, I
couldn't.
Yeah, I'm about to say, now you already have one up. I mean, you may think that's a small feat, but Coach B here, if he was to touch it, he'd break the ankle first would go.
I couldn't jump up to put paper under my foot. So that was my vertical.
Yeah, he has his hops are not there. But Miss Williams, maybe you can tell us about your team. What's something special about your team? Obviously, you guys are playing tough schedule. But maybe you can kind of talk a little bit about, from a player's perspective, what's unique about your basketball team.
To me, what's unique about our basketball team is just like we're all a family.
Mm-hmm.
So like when it comes to playing, like we all know like everything like that needs to be done in order to win.
Right.
And like the thing is just like for me, for the past 3 years, I've always had like teams that weren't always close. So it's like when we play, it's just natural. Like
fantastic. So you guys got a special team this year.
Yes.
Then. Fantastic. Do. Now, what position do you play now?
I play small forward.
Small forward. So now, do you have a now? Because every time we have a girls basketball in, we always get mixed reviews. So we either get like the favorite player is generally is a male player. Sometimes it's women. Now, who's your favorite basketball player?
Right now, I have Russell Westbrook.
Okay. Everybody looking at everybody like I'm sure you have incentive why you like Russell Westbrook, but that's fantastic. Now, also we have Miss Crawford. There she is. Okay, Miss Crawford. Now help me out again with your first name. I don't want to mess nothing up. Naya. Okay, so Miss Naya. Look, we got the lights going off and everything. So now, Miss Crawford, tell us something special about your coach here, because I know your coach. He's with you guys. I'm sure he rides you guys.
Your playing time.
Yeah,
so
about to say. Now you still got to go back to school. You know what I mean? So make sure you understand that. But tell us something special about your basketball coach.
I'll have to say that he's very supportive, no matter if you're his player or not. He really makes sure that he's there for you, regardless if you're playing for him or not. He's willing to like help you with your homework, and that's something I really appreciate about him. It doesn't matter if you're on the team or not; he'll be there for you.
Fantastic.
That's good. So she played, because my coach wouldn't help me with anything.
Man, I'm about to say.
Help me get out.
I was about to say, like he talking about. No, I need some water.
He's
That's
like,
what
there's the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, one of my favorite singers in the '90s.
Okay.
Was Miss Aaliyah.
Okay.
So you have a huge name to live up to.
Okay, yeah, but I say, I know when they announce your name on the PA, you're like, make sure y'all play the music in the background and hook that thing up.
Exactly. We lost her early, but she was one of the greatest ever. So you got a huge name to live up to. But I mean, she's doing big things. So tell us, we were talking about off air, not only do you play basketball, but you're a cheerleader.
Yeah, it's hard.
How is that balancing?
So like I cheer for the JV team, JV team. And then, like, 4 minutes into
there's some Aaliyah in the background. That's what I'm talking about.
And then, like, 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, I just go and I hurry up and get dressed. And then I meet with my basketball team, and we just talk. And it's a great time.
You're
it's
like
exhausting.
Superwoman.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, do you forget anything? Are you because does coach have to say, hey, hold on a second, we're not cheering over here, we're playing basketball. So you're able to stay focused, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And now, Ash, I'm going to put you on the spot. So you have the name. Do you have a favorite Aaliyah song?
I like 1 in a Million.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
All right,
so she knows what she's talking about. She didn't just pull something out the air. I like that. And she was quick. She was quick with it.
She came with it. She didn't have to think about it.
She didn't just come with one of the hits. She said, I'm an Aaliyah fan.
I got it.
I like that.
Now, tell us something special about your basketball team.
We work hard. We work really hard, and we're always focused. And we play as a family, and we talk as a family, and it's just good air and good environment. Like, it's great.
And you played all 4 years?
All 4 years.
And what position do you play?
I play a small forward too.
Okay, there you go.
So now I want to ask Coach something. Now, Coach, we've been. I think this is going to be this year. Or be our third year. We're going to do our Inland Valley All-Star Classic, the All-Star game. Obviously, we love to have some of your players involved. One thing we found is the girls' game is very, very, very competitive.
It's a better game.
It's a better. Both years we've done it. The girls' game has surpassed the boys' game. They go first, but I am here to tell you they are scrappy. Tell us, what is it? What's the difference between like the intensity level? 'Cause I'm sure you notice it. What do you think the difference is in terms of how the girls play the game versus the boys?
I've actually coached on both sides of it. I coached when I was the boys basketball coach at Canyon High School as an assistant there, and now being a girls coach as well. There's a lot of key differences that I see. You see more athleticism on the guys' side, where a lot of guys are relying on being athletic and just playing fast. A lot of times. That's what we did. It was really a very physical, fast, athletic game.
Certainly.
On the girls' side, it's more tactical. Where a lot of teams will press still and get up the court, but you see more offenses, defenses, and more scheming, I think, on that side more so. So I think it's more like the mental side of it. You see more of it on the girls' side.
And leave that up to the young ladies, be more mentally astute, But that's good. So, Coach, now, what's the next game you guys have coming up?
Don Lugo on Tuesday, and then we've got our last league game on Thursday against Altaloma, our senior night.
Fantastic. And we got to make sure we tell you, Coach, thank you so much, because I know we know you guys have been really heavy on the social media, making sure that folks are aware of what's going on, so we thank you guys. And we got to make sure we get out there and make. So now this game with Don Lugo is going to be, well, you said Tuesday, am I?
Tuesday, yes.
So is that your place?
It's at Ontario, and it's if we win, we clinch a playoff spot.
Right. And you guys have gotten some new cosmetics up there. We went up there, and I think, man, when we came up there, I mean, we had to like navigate. We had to use I don't know if we had to use a 4x4 because they were like trenching in the middle of the school.
Yeah.
So you guys have went into some serious upgrades.
We have a brand new football stadium that just opened up. Last year's class was the first class to graduate in the stadium, and our gym is brand new. New bleachers,
That's right. You guys are Chafee.
No, we're at Ontario.
Chafee School District.
Yeah,
Chafee School. Yeah, right. Because my son goes to Etiwanda. So
I
know there's 4 new schools: Etiwanda, Rancho, Ontario, and who else? Oh, Altaloma.
Yeah, they all got a brand new upgrades. And our football stadium, we got a new science building. They've done some amazing things on our campus.
Right. How do you feel about that, Coach? I mean, you guys go in there, fresh new gym. That must feel pretty good.
It's funny. I don't know if you ever watch those shows like HGTV, like House Hunters or whatever.
Right. Yes.
You like literally see the before and after. Like that's how I felt when I walked in.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, and I know that must be great for the players to come out there as well. I mean, I'd almost have like, I know when I played, I came from very humble beginnings. I had to save up all year. Remember we had the pumps. I don't know if you remember the pump shoes. When they had, I didn't let those things touch anything but the floor. Like I came there, I had them on
Riverside Ramona.
Ramona. Park and Rec champ. You know what I mean? But again, Coach, best of luck to you guys. Really hope you guys do well and continue the good work. And like I said, make sure you guys keep us posted on the young lady's success. Please do.
Will do. And thank you guys so much for what you do for Inland Empire Sports. This is a great show. And it's great to have a focus on high school. Thank you guys so much.
We appreciate it.
And I'll make sure I say Chafee School District, because when I said Chafee, I thought Coach.
He was like, hold on, man. I'll WhatsApp you. You know what I mean? Now, Coach, please introduce yourself again, and please introduce your players if you don't mind, please.
Yeah, I'm head coach Chris Emami. This is Nia Crawford, Aaliyah Utley, and Kyra Williams from Ontario High School girls basketball.
Fantastic, man. Best of luck to you guys, and keep up the good work. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. Thank you. We are listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
We got to get some more of that Aaliyah music.
There we go.
It's been a long time.
There we go.
Without a dope beat, step 2.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our 4-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait. A family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Hello, my name is Officer Richard Guerrero, Vice President of the Fontana Police Officers Association. We're more than just a labor organization. The Fontana Police Officers Association is serious about giving back to our community, particularly to our kids. We found that kids who study, do well in school, volunteer regularly, and participate in sports are less likely to become involved in criminal activity and illicit drug usage. Each year we provide thousands of dollars in scholarships to local kids, community causes, and we are proud sponsors of the Inland Valley All-Star Classic Series. The Fontana POA and strong community leadership will make way for safer and more prosperous community.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle Score Sports. That's SCORESPORTS.
This is Ryan Kelly with the LA Lakers. And this is the IE Sports Net.
Let me see you go back.
Yes, we are right back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. This is your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach and B, going back and forth. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. That was one of my favorite artists back in the 90s. Man.
Oh, yeah. Big shout out to my man, Greg Holland, in the house. Yeah, this is, I was going to say, I digress. I was going to say, because R. Kelly and, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, we want to say what a week, and like it's funny because we had a meeting last night.
Yes, sir.
Because we never stop planning.
Man,
always be pitching. But
ABC.
Yeah, like we said, our last game was Sunday, and like you said, we just started to decompress.
Man,
until for me it was like Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday. I would agree, man. It's been bananas. We gotta give a big shout out to. We had to give a big shout out to our supporters. Last weekend, we did our Riverside County game.
Riverside Sheriff's Association.
Pardon. Yeah. And we got to give a shout out to Mr. Daryl Drott. He's the executive director, correct,
yes.
Coach B?
Yes.
Of the Riverside Sheriff's Association.
The Mason's the president.
Correct. Mr. Drott just did a fantastic job. Another big shout out to Mr. Robert Mason, who is the president of the Riverside Sheriff's Association. Again, just wouldn't have been possible.
Right.
Our game we had on Saturday, they were instrumental. I mean, when I tell you they had our back, they supported us the whole way through. Overwhelming support. We didn't expect that. We just want to say thank you to them as well.
It was a great turnout. We didn't know what the turnout would be on that game. We had a great turnout at that game. And then we had some. There's always going to be bumps in the road. So Wednesday we go to pick up the jerseys. There's only one set of jerseys, and it's Wednesday.
I'll just say numbers floating in the wind.
Yes.
I'll just say that. Coach B kept going, oh, look at that 15. Oh, my God, look at that. but big shout out to Ken Sporting Goods.
Yes.
Again, when I say they came through for us, Ken Sporting Goods, big shout out. I mean, they're just a real small shop, but they just do a fantastic job for the folks here in the Inland Empire. I think they've been doing it for 30 years. If I'm
40 years.
Wow.
40 years.
So I mean, you know, back when I was doing Pampers.
Right.
You know, when they had a little, a little eternal pamper bag. That's how long they've been doing their thing.
Because Kins was a minor league baseball player.
Yeah.
And then our guy Jason, I guess the story goes when Jason was born, Ken said, you know what, I'm gonna just hunker down and.
Man.
And then he went off and started, which is good for us. He started the Ken Sporting Goods.
Exactly. Otherwise, we'd have been up the creek. But yeah, though, thank you so much.
Would have had some problems. So yeah, it was a great game, a great night. We're excited. We're going to continue to grow this thing. The 215 was great. Go ahead.
We got to now. I'm going to our thank yous for Sunday. Which we have to start off with our guy, Coach Romanelli.
Yeah.
Romanelli, again came out. Big shout out to A.B. Miller. The city of Fontana has really extended themselves and have been very helpful with us. The Fontana's Police Officers
Etiwanda Warren, the Police Officers Association. And you know what? I just thought about this. We have we got dates. So Romanelli, the Inland Valley basketball.
We do have a date for that.
It's going to be 4/16, and then the Desert Valley is going to be March 31st.
Yes. So we still waking. We're still getting it in. But again, thank you so much, Miss Etiwanda Warren. The Tahan, was that Tahan that was involved with that?
Yes, Tahan, Etiwanda Warren, everyone. Yeah, basically the city of Fontana.
The city of Fontana just been extremely gracious. So we thank them for their support. Again, our Hall of Famers that were inducted to our Inland Valley Hall of Fame. Again, Coach Richard Dick Brewick, Shelton Diggs, as well as
Louis Brewster.
Exactly.
Louis Brewster was in there. So next year's class, we've raised the bar so high that next year's class we're gonna have to really step it up. And I have the official logo. We got it a little bit.
I saw that. Are we gonna do the one with the torch or the other one?
So here's the thing. There are 3 people on the Inland Valley Committee.
Hey, man, I saw how you did that.
2 of us voted.
I saw how you did that.
So regardless of what you voted,
I saw how you did that. I get an email in the wee hours of the morning, and I think it was Romanelli that said, "Sorry, Eternal, you've been voted out." I almost tossed my computer.
So it was a torch that you can extinguish your torch.
Yeah.
You're being kicked off the island.
I just said, yeah, thank you, fellas. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I got outvoted. But no, but it's good. And I think it came out really slick. We're excited. We're going to put that in, our guy, Mr. Mark Chapman. Thank you so much to Mark Chapman, our camera guy that came out. He was in the wind. That first, well, really both days. That Fontana wind, let me tell you something. That wind was serious. Like, I used about a whole thing of chapstick and Vaseline because that wind was so vicious.
And the thing about it, I brought my young family. I'm from Downey. I brought my young family out here. And you know what? They didn't tell me about the Fontana winds till after I signed my loan docs.
How many times did your fence went down?
3 times. 3 times. And one of them, and as a matter of fact, you rebuild one, and now my other one is leaning over. So I got to rebuild that other one.
Hey, let me tell you something. The plight of the Fontana residents is a real thing.
And just so people know, I don't think people understand. Let's explain the Inland Valley Sport Hall of Fame.
Please.
So the Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame. And so what we want to do is when you say you're from the Inland Valley, that means you're from San Bernardino County. And the Inland Valley is a Hall of Fame that recognizes great athletic contribution. You don't necessarily have to be an athlete like Louis Brewster was a journalist.
Right.
So your contributions to San Bernardino County. So Rome and I are San Bernardino County guys. Like the coach from Etiwanda said, no, it was Coach Todd Malecki who said it. He's not from here, but I'm ingratiated here. My kids were born here.
No doubt.
My daughter was born in the city of Fontana.
Right.
So what we want to do is when people say, "Hey, where you from?" I'm from the Inland Valley.
Well, and then like as my guy Rakim famously coined, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at.
Right.
And so again, we're doing a great job here. But again, we're only able to do this work because we have fantastic support.
Right.
And a lot of it is some of our personal people. I got to give a shout out to my guy Dame, who came out and helped us out on Saturday. Again, I can't say enough about these coaches.
Was he at the sheriff, the police thing?
Yes.
Nice.
Came out, helped out. So it's always good to get that support. But again, like I said, just can't say enough about these coaches. I mean, it was a huge undertaking, and those coaches had to come out, dedicate time out of their week. I'm sure they had to, spend money. You had to, gas to and from.
Right.
Probably had to pick up players.
Right.
But came out, and we just had a fantastic. Both days were just spectacular.
Right. And Coach Price, we want to thank him over at Yakaipa.
Oh man, thank you.
It sounds like Coach Price really wants to get in, and he's a San Bernardino County guy.
Right.
And his assistant coach, Coach Martinez.
Oh yeah. Big shout out.
I'll just say right now, we have great things on the horizon for the Inland Valley Hall of Fame. football
indeed.
classic.
So stay tuned. If you guys ever want to contact us, you guys visit iesportsnet.com. Again, that's iesportsnet.com. You guys can check it out. Check us out there. And we're always available on social media, and that's at iesportsnet.
And we want to thank you for listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
And don't forget to give them your Christian Mingle site.
Hey, oh boy, at christianmingle.com.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m., IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.